"Well done, my brave pup," the headmaster said, his voice filled with pride. "You have once again uncovered a grave threat to our beloved Warthog Academy. Your powers of divination are truly remarkable." Rufus stood tall, his chest swelling with determination. He knew that his magical abilities would be needed to defend the school and his newfound friend from Darkus's impending attack. That evening, Professor Puffington called an emergency meeting of all the professors and students in the Great Hall. The headmaster's face was grave as he addressed the worried crowd. "Students, I'm afraid I have grave news," Professor Puffington began. "The dark sorcerer Darkus has been spotted gathering a powerful army to launch a new assault on Warthog Academy. We must be prepared to defend our beloved school at all costs." A collective gasp went through the room, and the students began to murmur anxiously. Rufus let out a low growl, his hackles raised. He was ready to fight alongside his friends and professors. Over the next few days, the entire school worked tirelessly to fortify the castle's defenses. Rufus used his levitation skills to help move heavy objects into place, and his ability to communicate with the enchanted plants allowed him to coordinate their efforts to ensnare any intruders. Meanwhile, Rufus continued his studies, mastering advanced spells and potions that could aid in the upcoming battle. He practiced his transfiguration skills, transforming objects into all sorts of defensive tools. And in divination class, Rufus kept a close eye on the crystal balls, searching for any signs of Darkus's approach. Finally, the day of the attack arrived. Rufus could feel the tension in the air as the professors and students took their positions, wands at the ready. Suddenly, a great rumbling shook the castle, and the towering front gates burst open. There, striding through the wreckage, was the menacing figure of Darkus, his dark robes billowing behind him. The evil sorcerer raised his wand, unleashing a barrage of spells that bombarded the castle's defenses. Rufus leapt into action, using his magic to shield his friend from the onslaught. He transformed rocks into barriers, levitated furniture to block the corridors, and even enlisted the help of the enchanted plants to ensnare Darkus's minions. The battle raged on, with the professors and students fighting valiantly against Darkus's relentless assault. Rufus darted through the chaos, his paws glowing with magical energy as he cast spell after spell. Just when it seemed like Darkus might overwhelm them, Rufus had a brilliant idea. Summoning all of his power, he transformed the headmaster's podium into a massive cannon, loaded with a powerful shrinking solution potion. Fire! Rufus barked, and the cannon let loose a blast of shimmering liquid that hit Darkus square in the chest. The evil sorcerer let out a shocked cry as he began to shrink, his robes pooling around him until he disappeared entirely. A cheer went up from the crowd as Darkus's minions fled in terror. Rufus had saved the day, and Warthog Academy was safe once more. As the professors and students celebrated their victory, Rufus felt a swell of pride. He had proven that a dog's magic could be just as powerful as any witch or wizard's. And he knew that his adventures at Warthog Academy were only just beginning. From that day on, Rufus became a beloved and respected member of the Warthog Academy community. He continued to excel in his studies, earning the admiration of his peers and the gratitude of the professors. Whenever a new threat arose, the students and faculty knew they could count on Rufus to use his magical talents to defend their beloved school. And so, Rufus the Magnificent Dog lived happily ever after, surrounded by his friends and the magic of Warthog Academy, ready to face any challenge that came his way.